Eastern Europe has always been a land of mystery and folklore. Among its most chilling tales is the Dybbuk, a spirit that clings to the living, seeking to resolve unfinished tasks from its past life. For centuries, stories of Dybbuks have haunted villages, leaving behind fear and unanswered questions. But what happens when these spirits aren't just stories? Tonight I'll take you into the dark alleys of Eastern Europe, where 3 true accounts reveal the terrifying truth about Dybbuk possessions. Stay with me, if you dare. In the early 1920s, a young scholar named Marek lived in a small Polish village. Marek was known for his quiet demeanor and deep interest in religious studies. But one cold winter night, his life and his family's peace was shattered. Marek returned home from the synagogue pale and trembling, muttering words in an unrecognizable language. His family thought he was ill, but within days, things took a sinister turn. Marek began speaking in a voice that wasn't his own, deep, angry, and full of malice. He accused his parents of crimes they didn't commit, slammed doors, and refused to eat. His family grew desperate and called upon the local rabbi, who believed Marek was possessed by a Dybbuk. During the exorcism, Marek's body convulsed, his voice switching between his own and the Dybbuk's. The spirit revealed its identity: a man betrayed and murdered decades earlier, still seeking justice. After hours of chanting and prayer, the Dybbuk was expelled. Marek collapsed and later awoke, weak but alive. But just days later, he passed away in his sleep, and beneath his bed, the word Emet, Hebrew for truth, El, was found scratched into the wooden floor. His family moved away, but the villagers say they still hear whispers in the old house on stormy nights. Our next story comes from 19th century Romania, where a young bride-to-be named Ilana was preparing for her wedding. Her fiancé Adrian was a kind and gentle man who vanished mysteriously just days before their wedding. Ilana's grief was unbearable, but soon her sadness turned into something far more disturbing. Ilana began speaking in Adrian's voice, pleading, begging, and accusing. Her family thought she had gone mad from heartbreak, but the villagers whispered of a Dybbuk. One night, Ilana led a group of villagers into the nearby woods, her voice eerily calm. Beneath an old tree, they found Adrian's body buried hastily in the dirt. The villagers believed Adrian's spirit had returned as a Dybbuk to reveal the truth of his murder. But even after a priest performed a ritual to release the spirit, Ilana's health deteriorated. On her deathbed, she whispered, "There are more, they won't stop." Her words chilled the village, and for years, no one dared to enter those woods alone. Our final tale takes us to Lithuania, where a small synagogue became the epicenter of a terrifying Dybbuk possession. Yosef, the synagogue's caretaker, had served faithfully for decades. But one snowy evening, he was found in a trance-like state, clutching an ancient Torah scroll and muttering words in a language no one recognized. Yosef's behavior became erratic. He carved strange symbols into the synagogue walls and spoke in a voice that was not his own. Witnesses described it as a deep, guttural tone, full of rage. The village rabbi called upon mystics to cleanse the synagogue. The exorcism was harrowing. Yosef screamed as the Dybbuk spoke through him, revealing a tale of betrayal and revenge. The spirit claimed to be a rabbi who had been murdered within the synagogue's walls years earlier. After hours of prayer, the Dybbuk was expelled, but Yosef didn't survive. He collapsed and died on the synagogue floor. To this day, locals report hearing whispers and seeing shadows in the abandoned building, a chilling reminder of its cursed past. The Dybbuk is more than just folklore, it's a haunting reminder of how the past refuses to stay buried. These stories of possession are chilling not just because of their mystery, but because they make us question the boundaries between the living and the dead. Or are these tales simply the imagination of frightened villagers? Or could there be something darker lurking in the shadows? If you enjoyed these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe for more terrifying tales. And if you're brave enough, check out my next video on the world's most haunted objects. Until next time, stay safe and keep your lights on.